Hello and welcome. Got lots going on, or at least a lot of things in my head that I'm going to be doing. So let me tell you about a few of them. First of all, I want to catch up on the stitch by stitch of our 4x4, 5x5 pieces. Hold on just one second. Okay, and we are I have shown this in the past. It is just a little book cover. It could be a little junk journal, or it could be a needle case, whatever signature person wanted to put inside. Same thing with this one. I'm making a few of these that I am going to finish out as gifts for myself, but then I'm also going to put some of these in my Etsy shop. They will just be the covers, and it'll be up to whoever buys it to put the signature in it that they want, whether it's paper or fabric or whatever. I've just made a couple of new ones that are just a ooch bigger, and these are from the 4x4s or 5, the little stitch by stitch pieces that I'm doing. And I put that on the front, made a pocket out of it. I thought that was cute. Okay. And this is the inside. And we have a little pocket over here. Just very roughly stitched, very homespun looking. And then a nice, beautiful bird on the back. This fabric is just gorgeous. With some laces around for texture and interest. So that's another one that wouldn't that be an adorable little journal? I think so. And this one, of course, this one has the hand stitch piece on the front, so would be a nice gift for yourself if it's a needle book, or even for someone else. But anyway, that one's got that. And then this one says Sewing Addict, and it's a little bit larger, and it's what did I do? Let's see, somewhere in here I've hid a pin. I'll have to check that out. I'm always doing that. Okay, and this is a little pocket here, and then another little pocket on the back with the lace. Okay, isn't that pretty? I love that. Very gorgeous. Okay, so like I said, some of these will end up in my Etsy shop, and some I'll be using myself. But this is just more of what I'm doing in the stitch by stitch for this year, and I will be putting the data in the description about how many I've made so far this year, and I also like to put what I've been doing with them, so you'll know how I'm doing on this stitch by stitch for 2024. Okay, now I also wanted to tell you about something upcoming that I'm going to be doing, and this is going to be a 20 twinchies, or little 2x2s that you can do anything you want to with, but they end up being 2x2s. This is cut 2.5 by 2.5 because these are going to be a little twinchy quilt that I'm going to make for a wall hanging. And it's going to be a quilt as you go, a Scrappy Quilt. And so I will be hand sewing this, and I think it's going to be adorable. And I don't know exactly the dimensions I'm going to use, but it will be a wall hanging, so it's, not a bed quilt or even as big as a lap quilt, but it really accommodates a lot of scraps. I have a lot of scraps here in my little pile that, just aren't too big, but little pieces here and there that I can incorporate. And I cut me a template that's 2.5 by 2.5. Then I cut one that is 2 by 2. As you can see, it'll fit inside. The bigger one is what I cut the fabric from, and the little one is what I cut the batting from. So you can see here that I have 2 pieces of fabric with batting in the middle. Okay, all right. So I'm going to be working on this a little, and then I will be making a video of how I've come so far and what my process is. But if you're at all interested in making a little twinchy quilt for wall hanging, grab some of your scraps and work along with me as I do this, okay? You can see just anything will work here. So I'm going to be sewing across this with embroidery floss. When I attach them in rows to make a quilt, I will be using quilt thread for that. So that's all you need: some batting, some little scrap pieces, some embroidery floss, and some quilting thread. And I use quilting thread for that because it's very strong. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's what I'm up to. That's my stitch by stitch projects for now, and I am going to be doing a couple of more of those stitch by stitch things. Let me show you what I've got in mind here. I've got this one that's got the bee, and I pulled out these fabrics that I think will make a really nice little book for that one. And I've got this one that I made, and I pulled out some accessory fabrics for that one. I don't have the backing fabric chosen for that one yet, but that's on my agenda. And I have this one that I'm going to do, and I've chosen different pieces to work with this one. Some antique lace there, and some different fabrics that match well with this color here, and some linen. So those are going to be my next stitch by stitch little book covers. And so the next video you'll be able to see what I do with those. Okay, so again, we want to be able to put these little stitch by stitch projects that we're doing to use in some way. And I did greeting cards, several of those, and I've gifted most of those, and now I'm doing the little book covers. And so I have no clue what I will be doing next, but whatever it is, I certainly will be sharing with you. All right, till next time, let's all stay scrap happy.